Today we have a LEGO review for you, and if you can't tell by the background, what we're going to be reviewing today are the Simpsons collectible minifigures. Now the minifigures do come in blind bags, and because of that they all have the same item number, and that number is right here. It is 71005. They have a varying number of pieces depending on which one you get, and different accessories. Now, we've already reviewed 12 other figures in this set, so we're going to use this video to review the final 4. We have Itchy the mouse, Scratchy the cat, Chief Wiggum, and Mr. Burns, and so those are the 4 we're going to be looking at today. Now, Itchy and Scratchy weren't 2 of the minifigures that I was really planning on getting, but I happened to get one of them, so then I decided I needed to get the other one just to finish up the set. This is Itchy the mouse. He does have a pretty cool club. For those of you that don't watch the show, Itchy and Scratchy are 2 very violent cartoon characters that happen to be on Bart's favorite cartoon, the Itchy and Scratchy show, and the cartoon was originally part of the Krusty the Clown show, which was Bart's favorite television show on The Simpsons. But it's kind of like Tom and Jerry, except much more violent. And Itchy, of course, has a little short-sleeved orange shirt on over his body. He has that kind of medium bluish colored body overall. He is supposed to be a mouse. You can see the back there. We've got the big ears, those molded sleeves that you can see there, and he's got a nice spiked club, which is kind of a accessory that gives you an idea of maybe what the Itchy and Scratchy show is about. So, I originally didn't plan to get this, but once I did get it, I decided I liked it anyway. So, up next is Scratchy the cat, the other character on Bart's favorite cartoon show, the Itchy and Scratchy show. And this one I got just by picking a random bag, and wasn't too excited about it. Itchy and Scratchy aren't 2 of my favorites on The Simpsons show, but he does have a really cool axe that I can use with some of my other minifigures, and you might see those later on. But Scratchy here, of course, all dark bluish gray. Another interesting accessory he has is a tail, which fits as a separate piece that fits on between the torso and the legs. And so there you can see the back of his head. We're back around to the front here. There is his axe. Like I said, not one of those characters that I really was looking forward to getting, but decided to keep it once I got it anyway, just to have one for the set. This is Police Chief Wiggum. This is the minifigure that I felt was off. If you watch the show, Chief Wiggum is rather overweight, and it is hard to make a LEGO minifigure that sort of has that body type, but this one just looks like Chief Wiggum on Slim Fast. It's kind of a strange looking figure for the character that it's supposed to be. But Chief Wiggum, of course, in his police uniform, with his megaphone there. He does have little patches there on the sleeves of his uniform. There is one on both sleeves. He does have 2 accessories, a billy club here, and a 2-tone megaphone for crowd control. So like I said, Chief Wiggum wasn't really one of my favorites, but I did decide that I wanted the whole set, so I did get one Chief Wiggum anyway. So here we are, ending our LEGO Simpsons collectible minifigure series review with my favorite figure, and the main reason that I started collecting these. This is Mr. Burns. Now, Mr. Burns is one of my favorite characters on the show. He's Homer's boss, and he's kind of a very rich person who wants to continue to get richer at the expense of everyone else. So some of the things he does on the show are pretty interesting to watch, and they add a lot of humor to the things that go on. I really liked the Mr. Burns collectible minifigure. This was the first one that I saw that I was like, oh, I have to get one of those. Kind of what started out getting this set. I did really like the accessories that come with Mr. Burns too. He has a tank with a three-eyed fish in it, which is actually the same piece as a regular LEGO minifigure head. And then he has an inanimate carbon rod. And for those of you that don't know, on one episode of The Simpsons, every employee of Mr. Burns' plant had been chosen as Employee of the Month, except for Homer Simpson. And the month Homer Simpson thought he was going to be finally recognized, Mr. Burns gave the award to the inanimate carbon rod. So that was kind of fun. But Mr. Burns does have this dark green suit on. And no back printing on the minifigure, but he does have that nice molded hair piece there on the back. And this is really, like I said, probably my favorite one of all the LEGO collectible minifigures that are in this series. Not my favorite minifigure overall, but my favorite one from this series. And so that covers all 16 of the LEGO Simpsons minifigures. Now, if I was going to suggest more of these, my two characters that I'd really like to see are Sideshow Bob and Mr. Smithers. But you can think about that, those of you who watch the show, and think about which other characters you'd like to see from the future from LEGO. But thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video.